All right, the purpose of this demo is to show you how the Odoo demo data generator works. So it's pretty simple. It's going to auto install a bunch of applications. It's going to auto install a bunch of settings and turn them on so that you can show things like payment providers, automatic invoicing, online payments, MTO, routes, etc. It's going to pre-install a bunch of records across a bunch of different Odoo objects or apps. It's going to also pre-install a bunch of Odoo accounting entries, so a bunch of expenses like R&D, salaries, marketing, utilities, liabilities, credit cards, etc., assets. That way, when you're doing accounting demos, you can give a much more comprehensive and realistic perspective to accountants and finance people who are evaluating Odoo. And then you have a couple different workflows, which we'll talk about in a second. So filling this out is pretty easy. Here's your environment. So the URL is everything up to .com. So https / to through .com. That's your URL. Your database is in between. It's this stuff here. I'm on SH, so this is what mine looks like. But you guys, if you're using SaaS, it'll just be https / www. demo1234.odoo.com. The database in this case would just be demo1234. So you'll dump that there. Here, your login is just your login email address. So if you're logging, you might log in with nk@odoo.com, but in this case, I'm going to log in with just admin. And then lastly, the API key. For that, you'd go to Preferences, Security, add an API key. It'll prompt you to put your password in. You can give it a description of what you're doing. Just leave that one day. Doesn't matter. Then you can copy your API key, click Done, go back here, drop it into there. And once you're done with that, you can click Generate the data. So first thing it'll do is it'll try to connect to the environment via API, which you'll see the connected icon here once that's done, meaning that your credentials are accurate and it's able to access your database. After that, it's going to go through the process of looking at all of the different data we're going to import, identifying what modules are required in order to house that data. And it's going to check your database to see what's installed and what's not installed. And what's not installed, it's going to go through and it's going to install it for you. And as you know, when you're installing 10, 15 applications in an Odoo demo database, it can take some time. So be patient, because that's what's happening here in this first step is it's actually checking everything and making sure you have installed what needs to be installed. And of course, yeah, it'll install it. So that is what we're waiting on right now. And once that is done, then it will begin to install everything else. One way to speed this up is you can install these applications on your own. And you can see it's starting to already work through everything else much more quickly. Right? Configuration settings, contacts, employees, products, work centers, bombs, operations, which is at the manufacturing level, projects, tasks, purchase orders. It's working on sale orders right now, invoices, and journal entries, which we talked about, opportunities, manufacturing orders. And you'll see if something will get blocked if there's an issue, which in this case, I just changed something in CRM, so I'll go through and fix it later on. I wanted to have across a bunch of different stages. You can see it actually completed 429 of these records, but with one error, which was the CRM, which is fine. When I go actually reset, I just changed my password a second ago, so it's going to ask me to re-log in, but it won't ask you to do that. But once you jump back into the database, you'll see everything will be installed. I can go to my contacts. I'll see all my contacts have been installed. You can see all the data is populated across the smart buttons. When I go to my products, I'll see all those here. If I go to my website and the shop, you'll see I have a bunch of published products here. When I go to accounting and I go to reporting and let's check out the GL, you'll see here's all those different journal entries I talked about. In expenses, I have some values. I have, salaries, credit card expenses, fixed asset, bank balance, current assets. So it's much more comprehensive than, having an accountant to just look at a bunch of zeros. So that is generally speaking just a bulk of the data. You have projects, you have tasks. You're going to have in the CRM. I don't think you're going to have anything because that failed, but I'll fix it. And inventory, you're going to have a bunch of receipts. Manufacturing, you're going to have a bunch of completed manufacturing orders. You have, your bill of materials. You'll have a bunch of those records that got created here. So let's go and let's jump on the website, shop, and we can check out this Smart Display Pro product. I can add it to cart. And right, you can pay with demo or check out. If I want to check out, you can complete that. If I just want to pay with demo, I can go through and actually select pay. And you'll see it's processing our payment for sale order number 36. And once that's done, it'll actually go through. And here I can copy that. When I go back into the back end, you'll see sale order 36. Everything, all the configuration has been imported and set up for me without having to touch anything. My delivery got created automatically, right? Trackable product. I automatically created my invoice. It automatically captured the payment. It automatically reconciled the payment against that invoice. You can see I need to buy something in this case. These three products, which are actually related to the manufacturing order, which is what I need to produce in order to ship the finished good. So if I go in here, I can go receive, validate my receipt. That PO is taken care of. Now these are all available. Again, I can produce all. When I go back here to the delivery, that's available, validate, and ship. So this is just one workflow that I set up as an example to show you how we can automate the creation of these workflows in demo environments for salespeople so that they don't have to necessarily spend a lot of time configuring complex workflows, but instead we can just script everything in and automate the build and make their life a lot easier and allow them to go much faster. Hopefully you find this valuable. Essentially, it's infinitely configurable. So if there's something that you want that you don't see here, data, you want me to populate vehicles, you want me to populate, whatever it might be in Odoo, it's all possible to do programmatically. Just tell me what you want and I'll make it. Awesome. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.